Sorry.
Good afternoon, curling fans. Welcome. You're watching Draw 2 of the 2024 BC Scotties Championships. My name's Will Sutton. I'm here today with you with Melissa Sligo. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Will. Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you too, and you're coming in loud and clear. What a relief. How's it going today?
Oh, it's going well, especially since technology is working right now, knock on wood.
Exactly. Well, we've got a good one today for you. It's Team Grandy taking on Team Gushulak here. Team Grandy is 1-0 after a 9-1 win over Team Bulls, and has the hammer here in the first end by winning that last stone draw competition after the pregame practices, Melissa.
Yeah, so it's going to be good to see what Team Grandy decides to do here. They may decide that they want to play this first end open, and by what we're seeing by that open hit, that may be what's happening.
Sarah Loken throwing the lead rocks here for Team Grandy. And it looks, Melissa, like Diane's comfortable maybe having an open end here as well. And might just see some hits here, and everyone's going to get comfortable with the ice.
Yeah, this is draw 2, and both of these teams did play this morning, but I think you're right, Will. Maybe just kind of getting a feel for the end, the end sheet. Sometimes it might be a little bit different, but as we know, the ice has been pretty incredible here so far in first draw this morning.
Absolutely. Kim Dennis throwing the lead rocks here. Rolls out here, so it'll be an opportunity for Sarah Loken to put up a corner guard here and maybe create some offense, Melissa, here on our first end.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that they'll just put up the corner guard. It depends on what Diane Gushulak decides to do, but there's going to be no big chances here in the first end.
Nicely placed, and call here for the center guard from Team Gushulak, and our first chance to take a look at Lena Polad here, throwing the second stones for Team Gushulak. Melissa, this call brings play back to the middle for Team Gushulak, so an offensive call, though, in the first end. Nice to see a guard being thrown by Diane's team. It means we'll be well entertained here in the first end, I think.
I really like this call, Will. I think this is a good call by Diane. Like you said, number one, push everything back to this one over curls a little bit, but you want to bring it back to the middle. You want to get away from that corner guard area.
It just slipped a little deep, but chance now for the hit and roll, and our first chance to see Lindsay Dubé slide out today. Part of this Team Grandy. Looks like it spun in there for shot rock. So if you're Team Grandy, Melissa, you are pretty happy with Team Gushulak all of a sudden drawing behind a corner guard without last rock.
Yeah, it looks like Diane might actually step up and field this, Will, and yeah, very fortunate roll there for Team Grandy to get onto the rings. So this is a decision time where even though it's the first end, right? If you're Team Gushulak without the hammer, you have to decide whether to peel, and then your opposition draws to the open side and sits 2, or do you try and come around and really force the play, try and force your opposition to 1? So not wanting to take too many chances here, and what a great shot there.
Absolutely.
Got the one in the rings too, which makes a great result.
And you said it off the bat, Melissa. First end, no one wants to take a whole lot of chances here, so it really makes sense to play a hit there.
Yeah, I liked it too.
In terms of CTRS rankings, Team Grandy, they've had an excellent season. They're ranked 15th on the CTRS this year, so one of the favorites coming into this, BC Scotties had a great season so far.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot on the circuit, that's for sure. A lot of out of province events.
And recently had a victory traveling outside of Canada.
Right on. Right. That's right. So that one just comes up ever so slightly, not quite into the ring. So an opportunity here for Team Gushulak now to put that center guard back up, Will.
Jesse Sanderson throwing the third rocks for Team Gushulak. Sweeper's not on it here. It might be coming a little deep, and ice is fabulous, and this is just it. Right off the bat, it's 15 and a half seconds, and just seeing the players need to make that adjustment here in the first end.
Yeah, and you see that one actually a little bit deep, and look how much it over curled the center line, Will. Like that just goes unbelievable ice conditions by Mike Merklinger and Cody Hall this week and all their assistants. It's just been so fabulous. They worked hard on the weekend to get it ready, and I could say it's almost right to perfection.
Exactly. Those players who can throw it straight and throw lots of rotation, they're really going to thrive in this environment this week.
So Team Grandy I think they have an opportunity. They could probably see enough of that to make a little tap and roll underneath. But I think they're a little concerned that that rock is behind the tee line. So they've elected just to freeze to it.
Kayla McMillan. Sorry, Melissa, interrupted you.
No, that's all good. I was going to say, what an incredible shot.
Absolutely.
Absolutely perfect.
So Jesse now looking to follow Kayla down with the freeze here.
It's really important for Team Gushulak now that they lock this one on, Will. They don't want to give an early opportunity here for Team Grandy to be able to tap that out or sit two.
And again, that a bit of lots of curl here and really coming across the center line there.
Wow, look at the curl on that, right in behind the guard.
So Team Grandy now looking to make the draw top 8 foot, top 4 foot. Shot rock here with hammer.
Just keeping in mind that there are 4 other games going on, and we will keep you apprised of the scores and the schedule and who's playing who out there. They haven't laid a broom to this one, Will. Just waiting for it to make its move.
14:96 on the split time, so that would time a little fast.
Oh, nicely done. I think that is pretty good. It might have overcurled just by an inch, but I think it's in a great position.
Yeah, the good news is it is on the tee line, so a freeze here. Gushulak will be shot rock, but with hammer in the first end, it's Team Grandy lying 2. And just to finish what Melissa was saying a moment ago, other games in action is Jackson Bear versus Bowles on sheet B. Reese Hansen versus Ryan. Those 2 teams are both in their first game of the week now. Kolamaya versus Fenton on sheet D. And Montgomery versus Chester on sheet E, a battle of local Victoria teams there. So we'll keep you up to date, like Melissa has said, throughout the game. That's supposed to be my job, right, Melissa?
Yeah. I'll keep you on your toes.
Thank you. So here we go. Diane Gushulak now looking to follow Kayla McMillan down with the out-turn freeze.
The Brushers haven't laid a broom to this yet, Will. You'll see Kim Dennis in the rings here for holding the broom for Diane Gushulak. And this one looks like it's a little hot.
That's probably back 12 weight.
Yeah, a bit of a miss there for Diane on her first stone in this first end.
It's a challenging first end. You play that pre-event practice, Melissa, throwing a lot of draws to the button probably, and all of a sudden there was some draws to the wings here in the first end, and this has escalated quickly.
Yeah, and it's a funny situation where, you know, you kind of get it in your mindset that it's going to be a little heavier to the wings, but on these conditions, on these arena ice conditions, that's not necessarily the case. It may curl a little bit more, but you could still pretty much throw the same weight, that 15, what'd you say, 15.2-ish?
Yeah, 15.2 was exactly, 15 and a half, and you can really kind of, when we're watching here from our perch, when they're not touching it in the first 3 quarters, you can really see that in these shots when they're heavy.
Exactly.
Clancy Grandy now. Really, this one's all about keeping it in front of the tee line. Chance to sit 3, though. Loken and Dubé are on it right now for end line. We've seen it curl big here in the first end.
Wow. That really curled.
Yeah, same thing with Jesse Sanderson's actually in there, and when the weight was down a little bit, it curled big like that too. And chance now for Diane to throw that same shot she just threw.
Yeah, and for that shot by Clancy there, that there was an opportunity given to you really early, right? That, with 2 rocks coming for each player, just that over curl, you want to make sure that you take advantage of any opportunities that your opposition will give you. So a little bit of a miss there, but a great chance here now for Diane. She's going to try and make the shot she tried to make on her previous one, just a corner freeze on that blue stone on the tee line.
$14.22 for the hog to hog, so a little hot for a time.
She can't afford to bump it, but she doesn't want to roll off. I think that looks pretty good, Will. They're going to have a look and see if there's any room or any air on the inside of that red stone. Or the other option maybe is to pick it for 2.
Caleb McMillan and Clancy just talking it through here. I guess the worry with hitting there, Melissa, is you might spill both your blues. Is the concern here?
I think so. I think they have to decide. This isn't kind of an in-betweener. You have to decide if you're going to pick it or if you're going to try and take your chances and get to the inside. But
it looks like decision made here actually to draw for 1. Not liking what might happen with the angles there, and chance here to draw weight in the first net for Team Grandy.
And this is what we talked about right off the get-go, Will, is nobody wants to take any big chances, right? And Clancy and Kayla had a great conversation, and they said it's not worth a chance right now. Let's take our one and run here with the hammer in the first.
It'll be Dubé and Loken managing this rock down the rings. Not on it for the first half. And great job by Lindsay there to get that one to curl a little bit, and it's a score of 1 for Team Grandy in the first. While the teams are getting the rocks set up, just a reminder, you can get your daily 50/50 tickets at curlbc.ca/daily 50/50/. And those are happening each day, so buy a ticket today, buy one tomorrow. Funds raised supports curling in Greater Victoria, so thanks very much for that. On the sheet beside us in the Jackson Bear Bulls game. Sorry, I have Jackson Bear scored 1 in the first. In the Reese Hansen Ryan game, Team Ryan scored 1 in the first. In the Fenton Pulamaya game, it was a blank end in the first end. And finally in the Montgomery-Chester game. It was a score of 2 in the first end for Jason Montgomery. And back to our game. Sarah Loken is being asked to put this rock in the top of the 4-foot.
Not too bad, maybe about a foot or so heavy, Will, but I think Diane is looking to throw the corner guard.
It looks like actually elected to hit here. And,
oh, she is, pardon me.
Yeah. So maybe we'll see the delayed corner guard here if we see a nice hit and roll away.
Good thing you keep me on my toes, hey, Will?
Oh, I thought they were throwing the guard too, Melissa. And with a rollout there and a couple rollouts in this first couple ends for Team Gushulak, gives Team Grandy an opportunity to find draw weight again. So Sarah Loken here looking to put this one in the top of the 4-foot, throwing this in-turn draw. Nice shot there. And Kim's just being asked to hit this rock on the nose. Maybe roll away a little bit. Makes the nose hit. And Melissa, now that we see that rock off the center line, it looks like Diane is electing to throw the corner guard now and maybe try to create a little bit of offense to send just yet here on Lena Pilat's first.
Yeah, I think she's either throwing the corner or the freeze.
Corner guard, I believe.
Corner guard.
We're over on E here, and we're watching a game on A, everyone. So we're just.
That's our excuse, and we're sticking with it.
Exactly. And really, again, Melissa, just seeing the curl on this ice, something the teams are going to have to continue to manage. Lots of swing and a little bit of an over curl there for Lane on that corner guard.
Yeah, and that's where we talk about the release as well, where you have to make sure that you're throwing it to the broom and release with a positive release.
Great experience for all these teams playing on these arena ice conditions. As Lena looks to make this hit and roll over, just a reminder that the women's event is an 8-team round robin with the top 4 making the playoffs. So all the women's teams will play 7 games in this event. So it really is an early on in the event here for these teams, and they're learning the ice conditions. The men's is a triple knockout with 12 teams, so a little bit different there. Great shot there.
Really nice shot. Opportunity here now for Team Grandy to play a hit and try and roll away from their blue stone, their other blue stone.
And a little bit of a mishap there, and all of a sudden a chance here for Jesse Sanderson to split the rings and lie two here in the second end.
Yeah, I'm not sure really what happened with that one, Will, but they did manage to hit their own, unfortunately. So, as you say, great chance here now for Team Gushulak. Looking at about 15 and a half here for T-line weight. Would love to get this even with the other one.
Unfortunately, just goes through the rings there, so it'll be an opportunity for Kayla to make the nose hit here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And again, this is all about your opportunities that are given to you by your opposition. Just the small misses at this level. You know, you've got to be curling up in the 80-85%. You don't want to be missing the easy ones specifically. So just an unfortunate draw there by Jesse.
Observation there, Melissa. That weight was a control weight, and they were icing it on the rock. So not a ton of curl maybe in that outturn hit path we're watching here.
Yeah, it's all weight dependent, as we know.
So Clancy Grandy's first here in the second end of this game, leading by one after making a nice little chisel draw for one in the first end. Looking to make the hit and stick here. First for Diane Gushulak here in the second end. seen a number of rocks down this outturn path here now this end, and both teams have it well understood. So chance for Diane Gushulak to get the blank end here with an outturn peel. A nice peel there from Diane. Retain the hammer going into this third end of the BC Scotties. Draw 2 for both these teams. Sarah Loken coming into the rings with her first here. A similar spot to the second end. We'll see if Diane plays the hit again here or elects to throw the corner guard, Melissa.
Yeah, I mean, it's time that you almost have to try and give it a go here, Will, and this is a good end to maybe try it.
And they were close to doing it, but it looks at the last minute, Diane said maybe that rock's in a little too good of a spot.
Yep, I agree with you, Will.
And in fairness, they've rolled out the first couple ends, and so a chance here to hit and stick around and maybe get to throw that delayed corner guard here if they execute. Nice shot there from Kim Dennis. Big shout out to Peninsula Co-op, who are big supporters of this event. And so if you're in the Victoria area and needing fuel services, please support Peninsula Co-op and all their partners. Kim
Looks
Dennis,
like. Sorry, Will. I was just going to say, it looked like there wasn't even going to be a delayed corner. I thought maybe she would delay the corner, but she looks like she's going to hit again for Kim Dennis.
And probably good for us to remind everyone these are 10-end games, so lots of curling here for these teams. It's just going to get comfortable here and. I'll be interested to see if the blank end happens here, if Clancy's team throws a center guard in the fourth end, or if they'll continue to go in. I'll be interested to see there. But I think we're getting ahead of ourselves yet. We got to get the blank end here first.
Oh, there's the rollout. So I'm guessing we're not going to see the corner guard. I thought for sure we'd see the corner guard, Will, but I think she's going to go with your tactic. And she's going to throw this one in and play for the blank end.
Lena Poland's first here. Both these teams, Melissa, they've known they've been in this event for quite a while. Team Grandy, being the defending champions, earned a berth that way, and Team Gushulak won a tour event this year earlier in the season. So, how do you think that played into preparing for this event compared to some of those teams that maybe had to go through the berth spiel qualifier?
Well, I think it's always a good thing when you get that bye early, especially if you're Team Grandy, you've had it for a year, which is why they went on the circuit and they traveled outside of BC and they went to a bunch of events outside of the province and really tried to play the bigger events. For Team Gushulak, they got that berth, I think, back in late October-ish, somewhere in there. So they've had a good couple of months. Yeah. So they've got a good couple of months. But, both of these teams are used to playing with rocks in play, which is why I'm very curious as to why we haven't seen a corner guard yet, but it does look like we are now going to see a freeze here.
Agreed, Melissa. Both these teams are experienced skips and do like to have rocks in play, and this is a nice call here to try to create some offense early on in this second end. Still, we're not. I don't think we're yet to thirds rocks, are we? This is still seconds last from Lena Poland, I believe.
Yeah, and just third end, Will, just to keep you on your toes. We are in the same building as the curling. Just want to make sure everyone's aware.
Not quite getting the freeze there, and Clancy just wanted to peel this one out of there. Kayla McMillan's first of the third end.
Sweeping hard, trying to keep this one online. And does it dead jam, or can she get it out of the rings? Oh, just, I think, Will.
I think you're right. And
wow, that was close.
Normal weights, the request from Diane Gushulak for Jesse Sanderson here. Not a lot of ice with this outturn hit here. Nice and right on the rock there from Diane.
Oh, little tricky at the back there. That one did curl. I don't know if she pinched the broom at all, Will, but that was definitely a lot of curl, more curl than we've seen.
For sure. It wasn't nice for a lot of curl there, so if it did pinch it a bit, you were going to have to sweep it.
And you see Clancy actually looking for the board weight, so they throw that nice soft weight. So they bring their sweepers into every single shot. So an ice that's 15.5 seconds hog to hog, that nice board to control weight is a really great choice, in my opinion, for hits.
Seeing teams get comfortable doing that in these second draw of the week, it's a good sign of the team and good sign of the ice conditions.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Nice shot.
While Clancy skates down here, I'll give you a quick update. Team Bowls was able to score 3 in the second end to go up 3-1 on Jackson Bear. And Team Bruce Hansen responded with 2 in the second end to have a score of 2-1 over Team Ryan playing the third end. Back on our sheet, Clancy Grandy, the rocks off, looking to hit this on the nose, the in-turn hit.
Looking for curl, just trying to get it to the nose.
Well done there by Sarah Loken.
Oh, just hangs on.
And for conversation's sake, Melissa, we saw Diane earlier on in this end throw a freeze. Now a little later in this end, not calling the freeze. Is reason for that?
I think based on the fact that we're on Skip Stone's will, it's time just to play the end out, take Hammer back into the even end, and try and get two in the fourth end. I'm going to think that she's going to throw a corner guard in the next end.
Well, there you have it, folks. You heard it here first. We always like to, as curlers, hit and stick around in these situations. Never want to give your opposition a chance to throw easy draws, and so really want to be resilient here. And
nice shot there.
And to your earlier point, Melissa, Team Gushulak throwing a nice control weight as well,
exactly,
and really brings their sweepers into every shot today. Defending champion Clancy Grandy throwing her last here in the third end. Control weight, nose hit. Like a board control. Cleaning it all the way down is a nice sign, and right on the nose. So after a simple but perfectly played end, Team Gushulak is going to try to complete that and make the peel here. Jesse's trying to get it to curl a little to make sure they get a good piece of it. Ooh, and unfortunately, they will not, Melissa. It'll be a steal of 1 for Team Grandy to go up 2-0 here going into the fourth end. As the teams meet here and going into the fourth end, a reminder, you can get your daily 50-50 tickets at curlbc.ca/daily 50-50/ funds raised support curling in Greater Victoria. And you can buy those every day, so get them today, get them tomorrow of the championship, and the day after that as well. And, your chance to win and support a good cause. And Melissa, with the 2-point lead now for Team Grandy, where do you expect this first rock to be asked to go?
I think they're going to throw this one probably top 4, but plan B would be tight guard. And I think that Team Gushulak now has to make the move here. I mean, they're only down 2, don't get me wrong, and it's fourth end, but I think that they're going to need to try and get some offense back and try and get some momentum back. That was a unfortunate miss by Diane. You never want to see that happen, and when you're trying to blank the end. So if they put this one top 4, you'll see her go corner, I'm pretty sure.
And I like what you said, make the move here and really use that free guard zone now and right off the bat here.
Exactly. And there you go. She's indicated the corner guard.
Props there to Sarah Loken. A perfect draw to the top 4 foot on the center line. So managing the curl on this sheet really well, and great job. I should say the curl on all the sheets. It's not just here. It's curling everywhere in the building. Kim Dennis just a little bit heavy with this one, and it's going to slip into the rings. And Melissa just looks like Team Grandy now after a little bit of an unforced error there. Going to throw a tight center guard here and pivot to offense a little bit here.
Yeah, and there's a nice shot blocking that one that's sitting in the top of the 4 foot.
Pull on, looking to hit this front one and roll her shear over a little.
Does get off the center line, Will, and I think that was very key. However, they does leave 2 blue stones in the rings in the 4 foot area. So great opportunity here now for Team Grandy. Don't ask me where that came from. Team Grandy to block another one on the center.
Season opportunity here to maybe steal a point, Melissa, and put a center guard back on here.
Absolutely. Continue to put the foot on the gas and try and keep a lot of pressure on their opposition here by blocking up that middle area. Diane Gushulak and her team need to make a double here at some point to try and at least get themselves out of trouble here.
That was Lindsay Dubé's final rock there of this fourth end. So seconds last here. Lena's looking to touch all three blues here.
Big shot here by Lena. Like as you said, we'll try to run this straight back, blue onto blue onto blue. Trying to get two of them going here. Not the best result. It does leave their red stone right up on the center line, but it also leaves two blue stones in the rings. So Clancy just having a look now just to decide whether she wants to throw one right up in front and block that red guard so that they can't run anything back. Or does she draw? She's just having a look.
Kayla McMillan here throwing the center guard.
That's a tough one to decide when you look at the way the house is set up. She's actually guarding the one that's not shot rock. So they did things. So it does leave an opening for Diane to try and throw that wide out-turn draw if she elected to.
Or that out-turn run back, I guess.
Or the out-turn run back, yeah. But I don't mind this call because it's center, right? You're trying to protect the center if you don't have hammer. And that's exactly why Clancy has called this. Brought it in a little closer than I think I would have liked and been comfortable with, Will, but they did line it up maybe a little bit. I think there's a chance here.
The good news for Diane all along here is that she does have two rocks in the control zone and now can run one of those back in there.
Exactly.
So Jessie Sanderson looking to clean things up a little bit here.
So blue onto red, onto blue in the rings. Can Jessie Sanderson make some blue stones go away? Well, a couple good things have happened. She didn't get any of the blues gone in the rings. However, she gets rid of the center guards, both of them, and actually rows her center guard into the top 12 foot. So Team Grandy with a comfortable 2-point lead is not going to leave that rock, their opposition stone, in the rings. So I believe Kayla McMillan being asked to remove the red stone.
Control weight here. Dubé's looking to hold it right now. Nice shot there to apply three here. Without hammer. Diane now is looking to use that rock in the top 12 foot as a bit of a corner guard here and make the hit and roll off the center line blue. Or sorry, the T line blue.
It's a nice shot by Jessie.
So Clancy and her team, they threw this hit lots in our second end, and Just talking about where they want to roll this one. I think the call is to hit it on the nose. Out turn.
So we do apologize that we are having a little bit of technical difficulty here with this particular camera, but we are working on it. So we thank you for your patience and thank you for joining us.
You're watching a out-turn hit here from Clancy Grandy.
Working hard to get this one by the one in the top 8 foot.
And a bit of an overcurl there, Melissa.
Yeah, and you saw Clancy about halfway down. She kind of knew she missed that right out of her hand. They brushed it the entire way. So a big break here for Team Gushulak now. They're going to try and hit here and lie to out of nowhere.
Kim Dennis confirming that Red Rock in the back is second shot. So a hit here and stick will leave Team Gushulak sitting 2 and out of nowhere this end all of a sudden, maybe a 2.
Yep, exactly. Just that half-inch overcurl there by Clancy Grandy.
Nice nose hit there. Clancy's just talking about where this one wants to roll. It looks like the angles are too steep for a double, Melissa.
Well, I think there's a chance. I mean, at this point, Will, you could potentially take it on as long as you get rid of the one, right? Right now, you're looking at giving up 2 anyways. So if that red one is indeed second shot, which we think it is, I think you might as well try this. Try and go for the steep double.
So this is a thin, looking to hit the outside of this rock, in-turn double.
I think you'd have to play it the other turn, don't you, for the really thin?
Yeah, the in-turn. Well, you could go that really thin, but it looks like she's actually going to try to hit the outside of it and slash it over there.
Oh, I see. She's going to play the slash. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks tough.
Or actually, I believe it's elected to play the hit and roll and just
roll in front.
And roll in front, which she did signal with her broom at the very beginning of the conversation. Our interpretation skills are left wanting this end.
Oh, that's a great shot.
So Team Gushulak here with a chance in the second end to hit this on the nose and score their 2.
Here's a good picture of Diane getting ready to throw her stone at her end.
Can afford to roll a little bit towards the center line, Melissa, but can't really afford to roll away the way that might jam. For those of you watching on the stream, the building's filling up around here. It's great to see all the Victoria residents out and enjoying the action and people visiting from across the province.
And hasn't laid a broom. Now they're trying to get it to curl. Trying to get it to curl so it sticks in the rings.
Mission
and
accomplished.
What a great shot.
It's 2 on the board for Team Gushulak. It'll be 2-all. Playing the 5th end here, and it'll be Team Grandy with the hammer. give you some updates across the ice today. Team Bowls did score 3 in the second, and Jackson Bear responded with 3 of their own in the third. So it's 4-3. Jackson Bear leads, playing the fourth end without last rock. Team Reese Hansen is leading 3-1, playing the fourth end. Team Ryan has the hammer in that game. Kolamai is leading Team Fenton 5-0. And Team Chester is able to score 1, so it's Montgomery leading Team Chester 2-1 with the hammer playing the fourth end. So Melissa tied up here in our game, playing the fifth end, and we see Diane ask for the center guard here.
I think what Diane is thinking right now is she really doesn't want to allow a score of 2 for Team Grandy, right? She wants to make sure that she can try and force, and that was the idea of putting up the center guard and trying to keep the play to the middle. But Clancy would be very, very happy to blank this end and take hammer into this all-important even end, the sixth end.
And unfortunate for Kim there, just slipped into the rings and a little heavy with that draw weight, guard weight. Just looking to make the hit and stick here again.
So because of that very important first rock by Kim Dennis, because that rock slid into the rings, now Team Gushulak is going to be forced to keep playing the hit game here this end. They really can't, unless there's a rollout by Team Grandy, they really aren't going to be able to get anything going here.
May elect to keep hammer in the home ends, or get hammer in those home ends, and play this end out to blank anyhow. So.
Exactly.
With a rollout there from Sarah Loken, you do see Diane call for that center guard. So hope left for this end to have some.
Yeah, she'll give it another go.
Sweepers like this one in the first half of the shot, so that's always nice to see. Nice weight there from Lena. A little bit of an over curl, and still seeing that team managing the curl on the ice here, but nice placement. And Melissa, I guess, options here for Team Grandy. Could have maybe elected to go open side, but this makes a lot of sense to be, with the game tied, to play around that guard and keep it in front of the T-line.
Yeah, it all depends on what their thought process is here, right? Like they started out the end by the first miss by Team Gushulak. Their thought process was let's blank. With that now guard that's off center, they're okay with maybe trying to get something in behind. But the one thing you didn't want to do is come behind the T line, and unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to that one.
So now we'll see the out-turn draw here from out-turn hit, here from Lena Polot. This
one's really curling again, Will.
Yes, it's the same path as we saw that guard over curling a moment ago, and just still seeing a little bit of a trouble managing the curl there for Lena, and might just be release or rotation a little bit.
Yeah, I think it could be that. I saw Diane actually give a good 12 inches of ice, and that's more than enough ice that you should need for that hit. But it was pretty soft weight as well, so it was going to take a big curl. So opportunity knocks here now for Team Grandy. They can get another one in behind that guard and actually get it above the tee line, which would be ideal.
And with the curl, we see you really don't want to come anywhere near this guard when you're going by it. There's lots of room as you see that one coming by. Nice looking shot. Roll here. Close.
Oh, looks good. Is it shot rock?
We'll watch Plan C and see what she says. Blue is shot stone.
Wow, great chance or great opportunity. Just probably missed that by an inch, but I think she rolled the best she could.
And the good news for Team Gushulak is that there is a place for the rocks now to group later in the end with that rock in the back eight. And but it looks like Clancy might call this one to the other side to get some separation.
I liked her original call. I did like the call away from those two rocks and go to the other side, but Clancy's now looking at maybe coming top four towards the middle. I don't think you need to group these together, Will.
Yeah, looking at our screen here, it looks like that blue is 3/4 open, and I know it's a little straight there, but you may set up a double with this one.
Trying to get this half tucked around. Top four, ideally. You almost want to put it even, I guess. Well, it looks like plan B here is to go a little bit deeper.
Is shot rock, I believe, but behind the tee line.
Yeah, not a bad result. I mean, it is behind the tee line. I think for Diane Gushulak, though, I'm not sure you want to freeze here. You probably want to take a run at the double or even the hit and roll on the top one, maybe. Or you could even tap back the one that was just thrown, actually.
Yeah, the freeze is a bit scary because they're sitting two, but it does look like the easiest.
It looks easier, yeah, agree. So I mean, they've seen the line here a couple times, so they might know, pretty much what the line is there.
So we're going to run at the double, and I think to make the double, Melissa, you have to go across the face of the second.
Agree. Agree. A little bit of risk to this one, Will. If for any reason it overcurls and you run it straight back, that would be the worst case scenario. Trying to hold it out there.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Great shot.
Top four in front of the tee line. perfectly placed there by front end for Team Grandy. Lindsay Dubé and Sarah Loken.
Yeah, great brushing duo, those two.
Are they ever?
So Diane's having a look here. Does she ever maybe play the tap and roll on the one that's back 12, or does she maybe freeze to the one that's back 12? The hit and flop's not a bad option, but it's pretty tough.
So without hammer here in the fifth end, Diane Gushulak's electing to play the outturn freeze. Team Grandy is line 2. Nice chance for us to get a hog-to-hog time here on Diane's.
Yeah, big shot here now for Diane.
Sweepers aren't on it for the first 3 quarters of the shot.
Yeah, that means it's heavy right out of her hand, and that's not going to allow the sweepers to manage the stone effectively. Oh, and it is looking like it just came up at the end there, Will.
Yeah, ever so slightly, it just was Melissa, just because it wasn't a weight that could be swept, the sweepers weren't able to manage the curl on that one. It's a little heavy.
But it did finish well. It's in a good spot right now. It does force Clancy to have to make a play on it. So Clancy just trying to decide what the best option is here. It looks like they could maybe nose it or hit on the little on the inside, and they'll get rid of both the red and their back blue. I don't think they can do anything without removing that blue stone that's behind the red, Will.
Exactly. I think they're just going to try to sit 2 out of this, Melissa. Hopefully not roll to a place where Diane can throw a similar freeze.
Yeah, so it looks like they can maybe roll actually right under the guard and the blue one that's sitting in the top 4, ideally. Nice soft weight here by Clancy.
Sarah Loken's trying to hold the line at this point.
This one's really curling. It's on the top one.
Another overcurl.
Ooh. Yeah. We've seen that a number of times, this end and the previous end. Yeah, really unfortunate shot there for Clancy. But a great opportunity now for Diane. Looking at giving up a potential 2 now, has a potential steal on the books here.
And it's tough to remove that red rock, Melissa. So where do you place this rock for Team Gushulak? Is it a guard or somewhere in the rings?
Well, Will, what's your end plan here, right? If your end plan is to force your opposition to a single, you could actually hit your red one. Hit your red onto red, get rid of the blue, you're sitting 3 with 1 rock remaining. Ideally, that's what you want to do. You want to get hammer back in the 6th end, so force your opposition to have to take 1. Sure, you can go for the steal, absolutely, right? If you throw the guard, but we just saw how much the ice is curling. So if you do not put this guard in a perfect place, there's still a chance for, well, a difficult chance for 2, but definitely a chance for 1. So I guess maybe it's either way you want to look at it.
Got it. So if you're okay giving up 2 here, throwing the guard here is okay because it's a tough shot to place it.
Tough shot
you
for
may
2.
leave a shot for 2. And I think that really speaks to why they're having a conversation right now and really talking through, what do we need to do here? Do we need to force or do we need to score 2?
Exactly.
And it looks like they've elected to play the hit after having a conversation. So Diane's looking to remove that blue and lie 3 here in the 5th end of this game.
Oh, they've changed their mind.
They've elected to sit 3, Melissa. Yeah, so it's a good conversation there.
Did they hear us? I'm just kidding. We're so far away.
A nice shot there from Team Gushulak here, and all of a sudden they're lying 3 here, and
Yeah, that is a great shot. I really truly believe your end plan was to force your opposition to take 1 and get that hammer back in 6. Down 1 with hammer is a great place to be halfway through this game.
And we often see when teams are sitting 3 or 4, we want to play a draw with our last shot, Melissa, rather than the hit. But the angles here, or the maybe speaks to playing maybe something a little softer weight, or what's the conversation here about? Do you think?
Yeah, because that 1 on the left is just slightly higher. You got to be really, really careful if you're playing the hit. We've seen a couple of over curls here on the outturn for both teams, not just Clancy's last one, but definitely from both teams. So you just have to really try and go to school and learn, is it the weight that you've been throwing? Is it the line? Do you need, if you're going to throw that soft weight, do you need a little bit more weight? Those kinds of things. You got to have those conversations, Will. You can't afford to over curl this one by much. But you got to be pretty confident it is going to curl.
So the hit is the election here, and facing 3 and looking to make it curl at this point.
Nice shot.
It'll be a 3-2 lead for Team Grandy. The teams will get a 5-minute break now and give you time to get your daily 50-50 ticket at curlbc.ca/daily5050/. We'll give a big shout out to our head ice maker, Mike Merklinger, and Cody Hall, the assistant head ice maker, and all the volunteers who you see out shamming the ice now between the breaks. And thanks to all the volunteers and all the work they're doing here at the Archie Brownie Arena this week. There's Mike Merklinger there, just looking at the house, and Cody Hall having a conversation.
They're all the sorts. Stay on top of them when we have the brick. That's what we haven't done.
Hey, Will, how about some updates? Score updates.
Absolutely, thanks, Melissa. So Jackson Bear going into the fifth end break took a 5-3 lead over Team Bowles, and it'll be Team Bowles who has hammer playing the 6th. And still playing the fifth end, Team Reese Hansen is leading 4-1 over Team Ryan. And underway in the sixth end, it is Team Kolomaya leading 7-2 over Team Fenton. And playing the fifth end right now, Team Montgomery is leading 3-1 over Team Chester.
Yeah, definitely lots of great action down here at the Archie Browning Center.
There'll be one more draw after this one today at 7 p.m. Again tomorrow at 9, 2, and 7. So if you're in the interior, drive on down to the coast, hop on a ferry. If you're over in the lower mainland, hop on a ferry. And Archie Brownie's where you want to be this week to catch all the action live.
If I'm not, you'll know. I'm just checking in with everyone. I'm just checking in with everyone.
Yeah, from the coach's bench, we have no chance. That's why I have to ask.
Actually, the time is late.
Yeah. The news keeps always tough.
Oh, time-wise, we're doing fine. It's maybe 2 minutes. 18 and a half. But I can't see the time. Anything else? Be a little bit rushed.
Just narrowing down that weight for anyway. Diane's had a couple good freezes. Help with the escape. So that's good. I'd rather see the freezes, offensive situations.
Yeah.
The third one on the board.
We're getting a chance there to listen in to Coach Neil Houston, rally the troops for Team Gushulak going into the sixth end here. If you're wondering who you're hearing in the background there, talk to their team.
Keep doing the basics good. The fundamentals good, and everything will work out.
Let me just wake Melissa up here. We're ready to get back underway. Melissa, it's the sixth end. Just joking, everyone. She was awake.
You never know.
Team Grandy leading 3-2. Looking to put the center guard up here in the sixth end. Well placed guard there by Sarah Loken.
I think for Team Grandy, they're recognizing that, just getting that 1 point in the previous end, they have given up that hammer for the even end. So they want to try and force the issue right away here. They're going to throw that center guard up. Hope that Team Gushulak does come to the middle, which is what they're doing. And then they may get as well a chance to come to the middle as well and keep that play in the same direction here.
So 14 seconds for Kim's hog-to-hog time there. So just coming in a little heavy for this one.
Yeah, that one just going deep, Will. So chance here now for Sarah Loken to get one in behind the guard and preferably above the tee line.
And for those of us watching here, Melissa, even though that rock's a little bit open, because it's behind the tee line,
Team Grandy's just going to ignore that and still play towards the middle.
Yeah, Team Grandy wants to force Team Gushulak to take a single point here in 6 and get that hammer back. So they're going to keep trying to put their rocks in good positions here. And that looks like a really great shot there by Sarah. Might not have finished fully, but pretty close. Weight was awesome.
Yeah, slight undercurl. And that was the risk there in leaving that red rock in the back of the rings there, and just showing the comfort level Team Grandy has with opposition rocks in play without hammer. Nice chance here for Kim to hit and roll away in line 2.
Nice hit weight there, thrown by Kim. Oh, what a great shot.
And I think anytime you can force your opposition to be throwing a hit and roll, you're really happy, and that's what they've accomplished here. Team Grandy now forced to hit this rock out on the wings.
Exactly. So playing the hit and roll towards the center. Didn't get the roll, but did remove the second shot, red stone.
So line 1 behind the tee line. A couple options here for Diane and Melissa. There's the hit or the draw.
I really like the draw here.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. It's all about kind of positioning your rock here and not allowing Clancy to maybe play that draw.
Exactly. Like if you ever hit and rolled out, that's exactly what Clancy would be doing. So I really like this call by Diane Gushulak. Trying to get one in just to the top 12, top 8, probably top 8, got to be second shot. Line is of most importance.
Just slipping behind the tee line will allow a freeze here for Team Grandy. Really shrink down that scoring area.
Yeah, those situations, Will, you just have to be so careful and so bang on with your draw weight. That's, 4 feet too heavy. That makes a big difference on the selection here by Team Grandy. Like you say, now with this option to freeze and potentially take this end away from Team Gushulak. Lots of rocks to come still, obviously.
But it's a great point, Melissa. This ice, the adjustment the teams are going to make these first couple days is throwing 16.5 for a draw as opposed to 15.5 and being comfortable with that.
There's a unfortunate miss there by Lindsay. Not happy with that shot, obviously.
And Lena, the signal is the lane is a little heavy here as well. So this one's all about being in front of the tee line.
Yeah, you don't want to build that wall back there for your opposition. Again, both teams just not quite getting a full grasp on draw weight here. Sometimes teams do feel, Will, in the 6th end that sometimes it might be a little slicker just because they mop the ice, but we have 4 rocks now or 5 rocks going behind the tee line or plus, and you've got to make the adjustment a lot faster. So Lindsay gets another chance here.
I do agree, though. The ice has been fast all week, and it continues to be this draw. So it's, as we're only 2 draws into it, 15.5 is easily to the tee line. As example,
oh, sorry, I think this is Kayla, not Lindsay, pardon me. Wade is pretty close here. Oh, another unhappy thrower. Wade was pretty good, Will. Just needs to curl another probably 3 inches.
So Jesse Sanderson now looking to 14.28 on this one, so it's going to be about back 12 with that weight.
Nobody wants to be in front of that tee line, do they, Will?
No, they don't, and it looks like right now, though, Team Gushulak is line 2 for the time being, and Clancy's looking to freeze on.
Yeah, Kayla McMillan here with her second. The pressures are kind of on and off this one, so they seem to like it a little better. Going hard for weight now for Lindsay. Dubé is going hard for weight. Okay, trying to get it by the guard, and it over curls. It's light. Not a great shot there by Kayla McMillan.
I'm interested to see how big the gap is that Diane's blocking right now, Melissa, and to see if there's an avenue in with that intern.
I think it's only a couple feet. Oh yeah, there's a good port there, but depends on where you want to put this one, Will. Which rock are you trying to protect here? Right now, I think there's 2 ways in for Team Grandy, so I'm curious as to why maybe you wouldn't protect the one that's on the back button.
Yeah, you know that if you're looking at our screen right now, it looks like there's an outturn freeze on the back button for Team Grandy. If you don't take that away, I agree with you. Having said that, there's a little bit of the straighter of the sides, but I do agree that outturn freeze will be there. Jesse's looking to put this one top button.
Wait, looks really close. Oh, look at the overcurl on that. Wow. I think red currently line 2, Will. Is that correct?
I believe they're line 2 still, and outturn freeze.
Yeah, as we mentioned, there is the option to come on the intern side, but we did have a couple of overcurls there, and so maybe now just trying with the outturn. We just saw the last one, though. It did curl a lot as well.
Yeah, I'd be really interested. I'd be really interested to know why Diane didn't play this shot on her last.
Exactly. So huge shot here for Clancy Grandy, trying to get her team out of trouble here in this 6th end. They are sweeping hard for line here, Will, and Wade, I think, as well. And again, coming up light.
So Team Gushulak line 2 right now, and it's all Grandy stones out front. Looking at the screen, it doesn't look like there's any easy draw for Team Grandy right now. It looks like it would have to be a tap, Melissa, of one of those 3 rocks. I'm not sure if there's a port between them. So really good for Team Gushulak to take a look here and see what Team Grandy has.
Both teams do.
Line too.
Yeah, sorry, Will. Both teams just do have 2 60-second timeouts that they can elect to use at any time during their game. And I think we are going to see one right now.
I can understand the temptation of maybe trying to move that blue rock right now, but I think it's more important to place your stone in a place.
I agree.
We'll see what Coach Neal thinks.
You're in a good position right now if you're Team Gushulak, and you don't want to do anything to upset the apple cart, so to speak. So just make sure that you have a good idea what your last stone, like what you can have on your last stone. Big decision here, I think, for Team Gushulak, Will. How aggressive do you want to be, I think, is the question.
And I think you're probably okay if Team Gushulak is electing to play one of those taps up there. So it's really about putting this rock in a place where if they were to make that, how can you get rid of it? Right now, Melissa, I'm not sure if the intern freeze would get shot stone, so it's really taking the out turn away here, it looks like.
So it looks like they're playing the out turn. What do you think, Will? Are they going to try and come through a port there? Between the far left one and the center line, are you thinking? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe? Get to the top 4?
Seems awfully tough, and you might open things up playing that. I'm not sure if they might just be guarding.
Yeah, that's the other option. So just guarding one of the blues, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to wait and see here. It's an exciting day at the Archie Browning Curling Center. Draw 2 of this championship. What is Diane Gushulak bringing to the table?
Every game in the building is within 2 points right now, too. Everything's tight.
Makes me tense, Will. She's throwing a little bit of weight, like definitely not guard, I don't think, Will. Is it? No. I think she's planning on coming in. Yep.
And unfortunately, it's running a little straighter than they hoped.
Wow. That did not curl enough at all, but I think Red's still line 2.
Has that blue been raised to a place where it can be used to, looks like Kayla and Clancy are looking at hitting the outside of that rock and trying to jam it on the red. It'd be awfully thin, but it is there. So what is it, a quarter rock, maybe a little less, to stick this one in there? It's very thin.
Looks like she started about board weight here, maybe, Will. Trying to get a sharp angle on this blue stone. Sweeping for curl right now.
Looks very
It's
close.
really close. It's really close.
Wonderful shot.
What a shot by Clancy Grandy. Wow. Great call by Kayla and well swept by the front end. That is a terrific team shot.
And you could feel some frustration this end for Team Grandy, but really a good team shot there, and well managed and well executed.
Yeah, great point, Will. That's exactly right. We did see some frustration, right? We saw some in the middle there, just not some great results on their stones, but hopefully that will help the team sort of feel better about this end. Now for Team Gushulak, can they still score here? Can they get through that port and nose that blue stone to at least get one? I don't know if they can move it enough to get two, but we're going to wait and see. If you are local, I strongly encourage you to come down to the Archie Browning. It is a lot of fun in here, lots of people, and lots of excitement on the ice. And you can see your Curl BC friends, Lindsay, Will, and myself, bringing the streaming to you live from the Archie Browning Center.
It's off. Diane Gushulak now, looking to run back the red stone here, and
Sweeper, it must be close, Will. They're on and off it. It's got to be close. Oh.
just a little bit of an undercurl on the end, and it looks like it'll be a steal of one for Team Grandy.
Just waiting for confirmation, but I do think you are correct. I actually thought she was coming through the port. I thought she could see enough space between the port to get through there, but I think you're right. I think it is one for Grandy as they're standing near the hack there, ready to get ready for the next end. And what a turnaround that end. But both teams struggling a little bit that end, Will. So I think both teams are just going to have some conversation here, try and figure out really what that draw weight is and how they need to make their adjustment.
Yeah, I think you're right. Believe what you see, and this ice is very fast. So.
He's in the ballpark.
And as we wait for Sarah Loken to throw her first here, it's give you some updates going into it's a 7-5 game going into the seventh end for Team Kolomaya over Team Fenton. And Team Chester has tied things up with their local competitor, Team Montgomery. It's 3-3. They're playing the 7th end. In the Reese Hansen Ryan game, Team Reese Hansen is up 4-2. It's Team Reese Hansen who does have the hammer right now, playing the 6th end. And final update for you is Team Jackson Bear, who is leading 5-3 over Team Bowles, playing the 7th end. Having a little laugh here. I was trying to read the scoreboards at the away end there, and clearly not doing a great job of it. Our producer just handed me some binoculars. So well-placed draw there, a little deep. It's on the tee line rather than behind it, Melissa, but nice shot there for Sarah, and nice corner guard here by Kim Dennis. Just though, it's just you see the speed of that ice. It's hard to believe how fast it is, and it is only day one, so we'll see the adjustments happen and see everyone a lot closer on all these shots, on these open draws as the week goes on. I think, Melissa.
Yeah, again, we just can't thank our ice makers enough for doing such an incredible job here. Mike Merklinger, our head chief ice maker, and Cody Hall, his assistant, have just been incredible. And nothing but compliments from the curlers thus far.
And we haven't had any measures yet, but big shout out to the umpires, Patty Caldwell and the whole team, deputy umpire Len Chillibeck. Everyone's doing a great job on the officiating side as well. So awesome first day here at the BC Scotties and Men's Championships.
Still to come will be the opening ceremonies at 5:30, I believe, 5:30.
I heard a rumor we might try to bring that to people live on
Facebook Live. Yep.
Facebook Live.
We're going to do our best. Curl BC just likes to try a few things here, so we're going to give it a go. So a great pair there by Sarah Loken on her first two, and we had two corner guards thrown by Kim Dennis. Didn't quite line them up though, so chance here now for another guard, I believe.
And I think we've seen that for this front end on the Gushulak team, is that if anything, it's been over curling, and you know, it's the first day on these championship ice conditions, so I think it's just getting used to that curl, and we'll see those adjustments as we go.
Yeah, and they had a tight game this morning, and you know, they would have seen the other side of the rink. They were on sheet E this morning, I believe. And so just trying to sort of figure out the differences between the two sheets.
You're bang on. They were on E.
And just remembering all teams had a chance to have practice on all sheets yesterday before the event started. So again, with the consistency in this ice, it's a really good opportunity for you to get a chance to get your draw weight and know where you have to be for hits. And the most important thing here, as we said, Will, with the amount of curl, is the way you throw the rock. You have to be positive. If you turn it in at all or soft at all, it is going to over curl.
So trailing by 2 here in the seventh end, Melissa, I can really see Diane is committed this end to having rocks in play and looking there just to maneuver rocks a little bit more and make sure she doesn't roll out in that situation. At the same time, though, I think you want to be cognizant, though, of Team Grandy's comfort level with rocks in play as well, and may choose not to play as defensively, potentially, as you might expect. Yeah,
and one would think with a 2-point lead here in the seventh that Team Grandy might be thinking about trying to peel one of those red guards, but they have 3 in the rings. Not bad position, so they're going to try and put one here on the center line. They'd like to protect that one that's right on the button. Oh, I might be wrong. Will, am I wrong here? Oh, no, that is the call. Sorry. Just judging myself because we can't quite see the calls over there.
And for Diane now, she's kind of at a point in this end, Melissa, whereas if you threw those 2 corner guards to start the end off, and you really want to try to get a chance to use them, but it's going to be tough here if you're throwing a draw towards the center line here on Lena's first. So interesting scenario here for Team Gushulak.
Yeah, I think the only way that you could potentially start using things, Will, is if you throw maybe back 12 weight, try and tap the one that was just thrown by Grandy and maybe roll in front of the other bluestone that's on the side right. But it's going to take at least 2 shots, if not 3, to get rid of everything in the forefoot right now. So you got to be very cognizant of that if you are Team Gushulak.
So in turn, board weight kind of hit here.
Oh, that's a pretty good result, actually. The redstone right in front of the 2 blues. Does get the one off the button, which is great.
For the time being, Team Grandy is line 3, I think, is what Clancy signaled with her broom.
2 for sure. They're just trying to decide if it's worth trying to pick that redstone out. That is a bit of a dangerous rock for Team Grandy. The other option, as you just saw there, was maybe the guard guarding both that red and blue stones.
This will be Kayla McMillan's first rock here in this 7th end. Team Grandy's leading 4-2.
We have a timeout here to have a discussion. They don't have a 5th player or a coach here, so the 4 of them are going to try and bat around the ideas of which might be the best call. You really don't, if you probably don't love leaving that red stone there, but I'm not sure you want to take a risk of trying to get it out either, Will. And if you do, you also leave the forefoot wide open, so maybe is it better to throw a guard?
The other one, you just go around the open. This one, I wouldn't worry about the shot block. There's one on the left. You got a couple of bumps. And even their guard can be used to bump that one. Not preferable yet.
So yeah, placing a guard, Melissa, sort of where Kayla's broom is right now, would be a real great spot. And if the goal is to steal this in, that's it also might be a chance to even get the force. Because to your point, if they play the pick on that red, there is going to be some blue rocks for Team Gushulak to maneuver and use. Whereas right now, it doesn't allow Team Gushulak to maneuver those blue rocks.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think that is the best of the 2 calls for sure. I like Bernard's comment in the chat here. Guard the red stone. That will get somebody crazy about guarding opponent's stone. I know there's another commentator perhaps, no names mentioned, that does not like guarding opposition stones. I think his daughter might be playing in this event, not on this sheet, but is playing in the event. So a guard here for Team Grandy. Kayla McMillan. They can pretty much guard the red, or even just half of the red, right? They can try and block that port as well. Don't want this one anywhere near the rings, though, Will.
Nice shot there. And,
Great
Diane
shot.
quickly walked up to call the run back, it looked like.
Yeah, it's pretty much all she's got right now, Will, trying to run this. She's got a couple of options, eh? She can angle it either way on either of the rocks, red onto blue, or if it overcurls, red onto blue on the side forefoot as well. So some good things can happen here.
Jesse Sanderson's first. Close.
Oh, great shot by Jesse. It doesn't get third shot, I don't think.
Maybe
Yeah,
third, but not. Yeah, blue is line 2, I think.
They are, yeah. I just heard Clancy say they're line 2.
Great to have so many viewers watching. For those of you just getting on, a reminder, you can get your daily 50/50 tickets at curlbc.ca/daily 50/50/ funds raised support curling in Greater Victoria. You can buy a new ticket every day. There's a draw each day, so please buy one each day and support these championships that are happening here in the Greater Victoria area at the Archie Brownie Arena in Esquimalt.
Looks like another guard, I think, here being thrown by Team Grandy. This is Kayla McMillan with her second stone here in the 7th end.
Loken and Dubé are liking it early.
Trying to hold this straight. She's got it to the top 12, Will. I don't know how much it's guarding of that blue stone there. Looks like they maybe were corner freezing on their red one, perhaps.
So it looks like Diane's looking to make the double on this top 12 blue and blue in the top forefoot. She can get to just ever so slightly to the inside of it.
Oh, and they just miss it. Just missed the one in the forefoot area.
Millimeter of curl, and you make at least a double. Oh, just another millimeter of curl.
You heard Coach Neil Houston say another millimeter there of curl is all they needed.
Oh, just a millimeter more curl. That could have been a triple.
Little extra ice here, Will. I think they're trying to guard that probably a bit of the blue and a bit of the red, I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Trying to get this in the perfect placement. Are they coming around that red stone? Sometimes the best defense is offense. And if we can get a look at it, I think it's top
I
8,
think it's
maybe?
even really good, I think, right? And just
Oh, it's perfect. It's right on the face of their own blue one. I think that's a terrific shot. You try and hit that, Will, it might go towards your redstone on the right, so you have to be really careful.
yeah, so it's Grandy lying 2 and their 4th shot with angles going their way right now. It looks like Diane is electing to drive the guard that's top 12 foot back into those blues and get them both going. In a moment, there could potentially, Melissa, just be one blue rock in the rings.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, if she hits a straight back, Will, if the top one will actually go off to the side. I think those are pretty frozen.
I think you're right.
I think the angles are going better the other way, but unfortunately, you can't go the other way because of the red stone. So very similar to the shot that Jessie just attempted. A lot of close games out there, and we'll give you some updates as soon as we can. Got to wait for the excitement of this end first. Here we go. This one's over curling, I think. Does get one. I think red might be second shot now, Will.
I think you're right.
Pretty good shot there by Diane. I think it's almost the... I'm not sure she could have done any better than that, really.
So with Team Grandy lying 1 right now, it looks like they're...
I'd be tempted to tap this one a little bit. Just tap it on the center line side. Sit right on the center there and just tap it even a couple of feet. Not even. Force Diane to have to make a very difficult shot even to score for 1.
Yeah, the only thing I guess you want to be careful of here is not setting up any kind of triple.
That's why you want to roll a little bit to the center side. If you roll the other way, then that might be a little more on the danger side, but... While we wait for the shot, just because I can see the computer, Will, I'll just give you the quick updates. Jackson Bear leading 5-4 over Team Bowles. Reese Hansen and Team Ryan in a 4-4 tie. Kolamaya is 10-5 over Fenton. There's a blank in their last end. And Montgomery 4-3 over Chester. So lots of curling still to happen out here right now. Oh, this one, I'm not sure what's happened to this one. I guess she was playing the tap, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just a little outside.
And quite a bit extra weight. You only needed a T-line weight there. So a little bit of a miss there by Clancy. So opportunity here now. Can Diane play the slash double for 2?
Definitely looks like you can, and the question also is where does that shooter jam as well if it ever jams on that rock on the back of the...
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much that blue one's in at the back, hey? Little bit of an opportunity here now for Diane Gushulak. Can she make the slash double to at least score 2?
In an end that's been all Team Grandy.
Yes, exactly. Here we go.
Jesse's Sanderson's holding it early.
No, I think this one's over curled.
And it'll be a steal of 1, and the lead will go to 5-2 after 7 ends here. So it'll be a 3-point lead for Team Grandy going into the 8th end. And Team Gushulak will retain hammer.
Just an update, Team Ryan just stole 3, so they have a 7-4 lead right now over Reese Hansen. They are playing the 8th end. That's a big steal of 3.
Sarah Loken just being asked to throw this one top 4-foot. Sarah's just looking to put this one on top of where she put her last. So.
Yeah, the all-important 8th end here. Team Gushulak is going to have to try and pull out all the stops to try and get a couple back here in the 8th with the hammer. Sarah Loken making no mistake on her first 2 shots.
Oh, nice pair. Kim now looking to draw around the corner guard. Just going to hang on in the back 12, I think. Yes, it did. And, Lindsay Dubé now being asked to throw the 3-zone center guard here after Sarah did a nice job of placing those first 2 at the angles. This is traditionally what we see here with this, how you defend against the 5 rock free guard zone is with a little bit of offense here.
And that's why it's so important on those first 2 stones of your lead stones, Will, is to get them in a perfect position on the center line. Sarah Loken making no mistake here. So Lindsay now trying to follow it up. Trying to get this one past. It had a little extra weight, and great brushing there by Kayla McMillan, and Sarah Loken just squeezes it by that one and makes a perfect shot.
Lena Polon being asked to make the hit and roll here.
Just throwing a nice soft weight.
So Sanderson's trying to hold that one. A little bit of an over curl, manages to keep the shooter in play though. So in a perfect world here, Melissa Lindsay Dubé will roll this one back towards the center line, Melissa.
Exactly. Yep. Just again, trying to keep control of that center line.
Looking to make this one curl right now. It's,
Oh, wow. Unfortunately, that's what we call the silent takeout.
We're not standing directly behind the sheet, so we can't tell you if it's released there or iced, but just a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, I mean, the weight looked good. I don't think there was any trouble with the weight.
And so with the miss there, Diane's making use of this corner guard, looking to draw around it with Lena's last here.
Yeah, I really want this to stop. Will do not want to just slip out the back of the rings here. And it does come to that other red stone, so it is in play.
With the way those two blues right now are frozen in front of each other, it'll be important to make a move on those a little earlier than you think, because any double there will cause you to roll out.
Exactly. Really good point.
Great hit and roll there.
Oh, terrific shot.
Kayla. So just looking to hit this right on the nose and hopefully keep your shooter right there and hard to remove.
Yeah, I like this call as well. Just as you say, Will, right on the nose. Force Team Grandy to have to make a bit more of a difficult shot.
I like the lead out right here.
Nice shot. Great shot by Jesse Sanderson.
So Team Grandy's electing to throw the guard here, and important to be guarding this rock, but even more important to be guarding the left-hand side of this rock, Melissa, if you're looking at our screen.
Definitely. The reason being, you definitely don't want them to have a chance to hit red onto blue and roll their shooter behind their corner guard. So can you see enough of it, Will, or is she playing the run back?
I think she's playing the run back, or even maybe the blue onto the blue one in the corner 8 foot there and trying to make that double. So I think both
Yep, either one, exactly.
Jesse Sanderson's.
Does she have the one on the side? What a shot. Oh! Good result, I think. I think red is third shot.
Yeah.
Really great result. 3 is in play here right now. if you are Team Gushulak.
And with the 3-point lead, Melissa, the scoreboard probably dictates to play a takeout here for Team Grandy. And
Nice shot. Cardi?
I'm wondering if you can even see any of that red one that's third shot, Will. I don't think you can. I mean, it's far enough away that you probably could get it, chase it, but would you ever just maybe play a softer shot, keep your blue in play, and maybe bump your blue one back?
bump your blue back. And
So separate your blue ones, but keep one in front of their redstone.
I guess at this point, I think you're comfortable giving up 2 here. And in that case, I don't love grouping the blues right now, and kind of like just playing to the back there. And
so it looks like she might be throwing the corner or the center guard again. Pardon me.
looks like it is.
But I think, you know, you have to think if you want to outcount that one at the back, though, that's probably the only way you can do it. But you'd have to be on the face of the blue and punch the blue one back as far as you can, still keeping it in play. I mean, the other option is making a perfect center guard here.
So leading 5-2. Shot rock belonging to Team Grandy. She's throwing the center guard here. Gushulak is second and third shot right now. Did it curl enough? And we'll just have a look here once.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot, I'd say. Good read on the ice there, and big shout out to those ice makers, Mike and Cody.
So Diane Gushulak now looking to make the run back double here.
Yeah, just off nose here, Will. I think he'll get it. Tough shot, but it is there.
I'd like to thank all our viewers watching from afar and the viewers here in Victoria. Encourage all you on the island and close by to make your way down to the Archie Brownie Arena this week. Diane Gushulak now with the run back. They're not on it early.
Not on it yet. Looks like it's got to move. Yeah, I think it's got to curl a little bit here. Is it going to jam on the back one? Oh, unfortunate. So now I think you throw the guard again. Hey, Will, no options here now.
Nope.
Grandy pretty happy with that other redstone being eliminated.
So it came in a little deep, Melissa. Leaving a double for what looks like just 1 point goal, thanks to that blue in the back 12 foot. Unless the shooter can roll in. Tough to tell here from where we're watching.
All right, can Diane Gushulak make this shot? Double those blues and keep her 2 reds to count here. Last shot of the 8th end. Down 5-2. Oh, good try, Will, but just gets the one.
So it'll be 5-3. 2-point lead for Team Grandy with the hammer now, playing the ninth end.
Good shot.
Nice shot there from Diane to get her point.
Great shot.
And give you some updates around the building now. It's 5-5. Team Bowles has tied things up thanks to a steal in the eighth end with Team Jackson Bear. They are playing 9 right now, about midway through the ninth end. It is 7-5 for Team Ryan over Team Reese Hansen. Reese Hansen scoring in 8, so it's Team Ryan with the hammer leading by 2. Team Kolomaya leading 10-6, playing the 10th end with hammer. And finally, we have Team Montgomery is trailing 5-4 with the hammer, playing the ninth end. Kim Dennis with the halfway center guard.
That rock is touching the center, so remembering that the no-tick rule is in effect here at the BC Championships. Great shot there by Sarah Loken. Just comes in right behind that center guard. Perfect position. They're trying to throw the tight guard here, Will? Is that what the plan was?
I think, yeah, the first was kind of in between a 1 or a 3, so it just it made this next guard a little awkward.
So it does roll out to the open, so great chance here for Clancy Grandy to remove it from play.
Leads Sarah Loken.
Doesn't get to throw a lot of these hits, so chance for her to throw a hit and probably roll away, I'm guessing. Got a lot of curling to do, though. Just catches enough of it. Great shot by Sarah. Job done.
Looked like Diane's just asking for the freeze here now on the blue rock on the top 8 foot. If this freeze is made, would you expect Team Grandy to peel on their next, Melissa? Or?
I would think so. Yep, I would think so. They do have the hammer here, but I'm pretty sure they'd be happy keeping everything clean. If this rock is wide open, I'm sure they'll go for it. And if it's not, I would imagine that they would peel. And it does look, Will, like it is wide open.
It is Team Grandy up by 2 with hammer here in this ninth end. And we do have a final. Team Fenton has shaken hands, so it'll be a final score of 10-6 for Team Kolomaya. It's their first game, so Team Fenton will drop to the B event. Kolomaya advancing in the A event. Kolomaya will play Jeff Richard in draw 3 tonight at 7 p.m. So if you are in the Victoria area, come on by and watch Jared and Jeff play.
For Team Grandy here in this ninth, then, Will, with the hammer, it's all about elimination. If they get 2, that would be great, but they're very happy just to keep eliminating stones here.
Got a uncharacteristic flash there from Lindsay Dubé, and it with the center guard up and the rock in the rings there. It's been a consistent thing in this game for that team. So managing their releases or ice or emotions, whatever it may be.
Yeah, Lindsay's just having a tough game at the moment. Last few ends here, for sure. And she's just going to have to find a way to keep control of those emotions, so to speak, Will. Got a lot of games ahead.
Exactly. It's really early here in this event, and it's interesting because when I look at the ice right now, the problem rock to me is always the center guard.
100%.
So it's just an observation, and
Especially when there was only 1 rock in the rings. Now with 2, you're probably going to try and play a double for sure. But I agree with you. Like coaches always say, get rid of that trouble rock and identify the trouble rock and get rid of the trouble rock. And in our opinion, that was definitely the center guard. That's the one that are going to keep coming around because it is covering the button.
And we see a path there that Team Grandy obviously hitting the outside of that rock as well there. And so what we definitely know there, if there's a straighter spot on the sheet, they definitely throw a lot of rotation and they throw the rock very straight. So throwing the rock that way, if there is a slightly straighter spot on the sheet, that's probably going to be the most challenging spot for them.
Exactly.
So definitely want to go to school on that and keep learning from it.
No, I couldn't agree more.
Nice shot there, and almost an over curl, if anything. It actually comes across the center line there.
So she's just playing enough here to chase the stone, probably like a board weight, I'm guessing, hack weight even. Just enough to chase it to get it out of the rings. You know, this is a situation as well, Will. You could try and play the one in the rings tight, and if you happen to remove the guard, that's okay. But again, they're... Yeah, with those 2 rocks in the rings now, they really want to try and make a play on the one that's sitting top 4.
Yeah, exactly. Tolerance to get that center guard, like you say, Melissa.
This looks like a fabulous shot here by Kayla. Great shot.
So Diane now looking to make a hit and roll here. Don't expect this to be more than board weight or...
Exactly.
On the sheet beside us in a 5-5 tie, Stephanie Jackson-Bear is looking to draw the 4-foot facing 2 blue rocks against Team Bulls. And Diane's rocks off for the hit and roll attempt here. Lots going on, Melissa.
Sweeping hard here, trying to get past that centerline guard. And get the roll and stay in the rings. I think they will here, Will. Sitting 2. Yeah, great shot there by Diane.
And really, with that center guard still up, I mean, in terms of with the hammer here for Team Grandy, the stealing point can still be thrown yet with Team Gushulak's last in a moment with that center guard up if Diane chooses to ignore the blue rocks in the rings.
Trying to play in the hit and roll towards the center line. Option is to roll right on top of that or other redstone as well. And just gets the nose hit here. So just looking right next to us. There was a miss by Stephanie Jackson-Bear, unfortunately. Gives up a steal of 2 in the 9th end.
And it's, I guess, decision time now for Team Gushulak, Melissa. They can play a hit here. Leaves a relatively easy shot for Team Grandy to score their one, or they could throw a draw around the center guard, maybe able to steal a point. Trailing by 2 without Hammer and 9 here. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, I hear what you're saying, Will. That you play the shot great, you're line 2. But if you could ever, if you force a 1, you're down 3 coming home. Have to get 3. Very unlikely to get 4, so you're going into an extra anyways. So is this the opportunity you have to steal? You've got a center line guard. You've got one in the back 8. I do like the draw, to top 4 and make Clancy make it. This is the easier of the 2 shots for sure.
I like the in-turn draw around the top 4.
Correct. Yeah, me too. Yeah. So now if that rolls too far, there could potentially be an open hit here for 2 for Clancy Grandy. And I think it did. Did it not, Will?
Looks like it.
Yeah. So a little bit of a mistake there, unfortunately, by Diane Gushulak. So instead of even just forcing to 1, there's a chance here now for Team Grandy to get 2 on the board.
Asked to clean it early here by Kayla McMillan. And to curl a little bit. Lindsay Dubé's asking to be asked to sweep. What a wonderful shot there. Hack weight, score of 2, looks like.
Yeah, great shot.
Double check. And as we wait for this 10th end to get underway, we'll give you some updates. Team Montgomery and Team Chester are in a battle of island teams are tied 5-all going into the 10th end, and it's Team Chester with Hammer. Team Ryan and Team Reese Hansen with a steal of 2 and 9 for Team Reese Hansen. Things are tight there. It's 7-7 tie game. Hammer belonging to Team Ryan in the 10th end. And our only other game is still at 7-5 for Team Bulls after that steal of 2 and 9 over Team Jackson-Bear. Top 8's the call here with Sarah Lokens first with a 4-point lead in the 10th end.
Nice shot there by Sarah. So corner guard for Kim Dennis.
It crossed my mind here, Melissa. Do you ever throw the center guard here, because this rock can be ticked in a moment? Raised in the rings. Option there, maybe with the 4-point deficit. Is that a way to go?
Yeah, I haven't seen it much played, Will, but I hear what you're saying. Got to try and mix it up sometimes. Lots of great finishes out here, all in the 10th end. We only have one game at the moment off the ice. 2 games tied, coming home.
I was wrong. Actually, Team Grandy didn't even elect to play raise that red rock in the rings. They just elected to draw to the middle. So, not sure they need any more rocks in play, but that'll be that.
Yeah, I agree, but sometimes you just want to keep putting your rocks in and let your opposition take them out. Another corner guard, I believe, going up here. And that one wasn't a corner guard, Will. It actually came into the rings, back about T-line weight, edge of 12. So Team Grandy again going to come to the middle. Nice shot there. Come to the time where Diane Gushulak's going to have to make a play on those blue stones for sure. And this is the time.
So Lena Polod's just going to make the soft weight hit and roll here.
Elimination time here for Team Grandy. Tried to play the angle double and catch that other red stone, but manages to get rid of one. That's the key.
So Lena's looking to draw around the corner guard right on top of that red rock you see on the back tee line.
Right now, that is 4th shot, I believe. So thinking in just the way the blue ones are lined up, Will, it's probably going to take 2 shots. There isn't really a triple there, so 2 shots to get rid of those 3 blue stones, pardon me. So just keeping that in mind. And unfortunate for Lena, this one does sneak right out the back. So now it's peel the corner. I like this. No mistake made there. Does catch one of the blue ones, but that's okay. Main thing was to get rid of the corner guard, so Now is Diane going to corner freeze to this bluestone maybe? Is that what we've called here? I think so, hey?
I think so. Yeah. Sorry, Melissa.
That's okay, Will. Let's talk to myself. I'm okay.
Apologies.
We're just trying to watch so many games out here right now.
There
I think
is,
that's
yeah,
the problem.
I was watching a guard on the Reese Hansen sheet.
So a few rocks in play on the Chester Montgomery game, and that one's going to come down to the wire. Trying to eliminate this other redstone, Will, and this might get us to a point of doing some math. And there's the double. There still is one redstone still in there.
Yeah. See the freeze attempt here from Jesse.
Again, you almost have to punch it back, though. You've got to try and... You're sitting first. You're freezing to your own, maybe.
There's a lot of moving parts.
I think that was the call, yeah.
Okay. Great shot by Shannon Jonice on sheet C. Double peels. Not that I'm watching every sheet, but I am watching every sheet. But Team Reese Hansen is line 2 on the button without the hammer in the 10th end with the tie game there.
And they're throwing right now, third's last rock.
Clancy Grandy making her way down for her first stone of this 10th end. There's only 2 rocks left, so the best that Gushulak could do right now, Will, is tie. And if one of these redstones goes away, I think that is the ball game. There we go.
There we go.
And it is
Easy
handshakes.
So Team Grandy will move to 2-0. Team Gushulak will go to 0-2. Thanks very much for joining us for the broadcast. And Melissa, thanks for being here this afternoon. Reminder, everyone, get your 50-50 tickets at curlbc.ca/daily5050/ Get yourself involved in the contest. There'll be a draw tonight, draw tomorrow night. We're going to buy them every day.
And just to answer your question, Faye, it is tied right now 7-7 with Team Ryan with the hammer. And so if somebody scores this end, it will be over. Unless it's a blank end, there won't be an extra end. So just to let you know. I would love to stay here and be able to talk about the rest of them, but I think we're going to sign off.
Tune back in for tonight's game at 7 p.m. Thanks, Melissa.
Bye, everybody.